Hey everybody, what's going on? Today we are discussing book 2 in the Hannibal series, and that is The Silence of the Lambs. This is the second book published by Thomas Harris, and Silence of the Lambs was published in 1988. Now in this psychological thriller and crime novel, we are following FBI agent in training Clarice Starling as she becomes increasingly more involved in the serial killer investigation. You already know that Dr. Hannibal Lecter is in custody already. Hannibal is held in custody in a mental institution. Now as Red Dragon transitions into The Silence of the Lambs, we know that back in Red Dragon, Will Graham was the investigator with talking to Hannibal Lecter. Now it's FBI trainee Starling's turn to investigate with Hannibal Lecter. This book opens up with FBI lead agent Jack Crawford pulling Clarice Starling out of training and to discuss a special assignment that he has for her. Starling's job is to complete the FBI's profiling database by interviewing Dr. Hannibal Lecter in his cell. Now as this is Starling's first encounter with Dr. Hannibal Lecter, she knows that she should not open up to him or share any of her personal deep feelings to Hannibal because she knows from reading the articles Dr. Hannibal Lecter is going to try to get into her mind and try to manipulate her. Again, the FBI is trying to track down another serial killer in The Silence of the Lambs, except this time the serial killer is known as Buffalo Bill.
I've been down here 2 weeks, man. What do you want?
It puts the lotion on its skin. Now!
Well, say it, don't spray it, brother. Dang. There, look, I'm putting the lotion on the skin. I'm rubbing it in. Hey, little help!
I had to do it. Again, that's from Joe Dirt. That's not from The Silence of the Lambs. I just thought that'd be a little funny snippet to add into it. Anyways, back to the story. Now, again, Clarice is trying to interview with Dr. Hannibal Lecter, and Dr. Hannibal Lecter is going to give information, but he also wants information from Clarice about her personal life. It's a little quid pro quo, as he mentions in the book. Again, there's lots of intense scenes going through this story. Again, there's a back and forth with Starling, interviewing Hannibal Lecter, and with the FBI in pursuit of trying to find Buffalo Bill. They are finding mutilated bodies that are coming washed up of certain areas where they may find Buffalo Bill and where they might have to start tracking him down by using those locations that they find the dead bodies at. Now, where this gets really interesting, and remember, I don't give any spoilers in my channel, is that when they find this victim named Kimberly Emberg, and when Crawford and Starling look through the body and try to find any marks or any clues that may lead to Buffalo Bill, Starling finds an interesting item that is actually in the mouth of the victim. In the mouth of this victim, they find a little small pupa, a chrysalis for a moth. That little chrysalis gives a big way of tracking down how they're going to find Buffalo Bill throughout the story. Very interesting context clue for the novel. And when they're finding these clues on the outside, Starling is doing the dedicated and really uncomfortable job of talking with Dr. Hannibal Lecter and trying to find out where Buffalo Bill is and how Dr. Lecter could get into the mind of this serial killer and maybe find where his whereabouts are. Now, the name Buffalo Bill is the nickname they give this serial killer, and I'm not going to give away his actual name in the book. I'm going to give a little hint and a clue that Buffalo Bill's past plays a big role into why he's becoming obviously this serial killer. And Buffalo Bill is this very strange and has this really weird trait that he actually does in the book, and I'm not going to spoil that for you. And again, you'll just have to read the book, or even if you've seen the movies, you'll understand too of what the weird trait that Buffalo Bill has. And now as the FBI is getting closer and they're hunting down Buffalo Bill, with Dr. Lecter's help, the FBI is actually trying to make an agreement with him and give him an affidavit of where he could be and maybe where he can get relocated at in a different mental institution where he may have a little more freedom, but not as much freedom as you would think. One of the victims of Buffalo Bills is a senator's daughter, and when Hannibal Lecter talks with the senator and how to figure out how to save her daughter and to give him the luxury he needs to again serve his time for the rest of his life in a certain cell, Dr. Lecter wants some kind of accommodations. They're trying to work together, so if they do find the senator's daughter, then Hannibal Lecter will be given those accommodations the way he's going to serve the rest of his life. So as he's in transition, he's held in a certain place. Starling is getting more information from Hannibal Lecter, but in return she has to give more personal information about her life and again her childhood that Hannibal Lecter is feeding off of. So in the second book of the series, we get to almost near the end, where again in this transition that Hannibal Lecter is going to a place for solitary confinement. And again, if you've ever seen the movies or if you've read the books, you know that Hannibal Lecter is so sneaky and he's very clever and he's very intelligent. So in a way, without giving spoilers, Hannibal Lecter does break free, and again he is on the run. So the FBI have lost Hannibal Lecter. He is on the top list of the most wanted criminals, and at the same time, while Hannibal Lecter is escaping and has escaped from custody, they are still trying to find Buffalo Bill. And again, when it comes together at the end, it all makes sense, but again, there's that cliffhanger, which is going to lead into the third book, which is on my shelf right about right here. And then again, that is Hannibal, the book itself. So again, that's book 3, and that's what I'll be getting to next. The overall premise of The Silence of the Lambs is an amazing book. Thomas Harris, again, has such creative mind, again, with these crime and with these psychological thrillers he has created. There's a lot of stuff that you are basically getting deeper and deeper into the story. This makes you just want to jump into the pages and again explore more of what the book is about. As you're going and you're turning page after page, you are getting more clues, and again, you are getting more stuff that you're kind of like hanging on the edge of your seat for. So this is what I love about the Hannibal series, and I can't wait to get to, again, Hannibal. I give The Silence of the Lambs, without a doubt, 5 stars. It is my favorite so far in the series. I have a feeling that it's going to be very hard to break that from the top of my list in the series, but we will see what Hannibal and what book 4, Hannibal Rising, brings to me. Comment in the comments below if you've read any of the Hannibal series. I love talking to my subscribers and my viewers. Again, going back and forth. It is summer, so I will be trying to do more videos as much as possible. I know I haven't done a lot of music reactions lately because I've been trying to get through this series. I will be doing more first time reaction videos and more of my Saturday song selections as well, go along with my book upload. So stay tuned to all that fun. And like I always say, my friends, please read your book cover to cover. We'll see y'all later.